I slowly sit up in bed.
Who do you want to destroy? What you I could have helped you against that thing, you know. I could help you against the next one. We can take down all of Emborion together. Swear to destroy it next. Swear to destroy any person who deserves it. Who has hurt you? Let's get them.
Who are you?
I am the essence of the hatred that will bring you to fulfill every emotion, every drive, every urge you have. And I will. Nothing is pure about me, Elskar. I stink of the richness of life and every possible feeling. Isn't that what you've been missing? Swear whatever you want.
I don't need hatred. And I do well on my own.
Until the person who helps me against you acts, and it's gone. You have met a demon tonight. Somebody has been talking to Gerda out there, you think? Yeah.
I am gonna get out of bed and just checking the room and just walking and thinking.
Mhm. Well, the essence has decided that and quite rightly, to visit people until someone agrees. And the next would be Eva. Or would it? No, it would not. Eva is not the right. Eva would be Plan C.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe makes sense.
So yeah, there you are, and you actually are sleeping in a more communal area, the way that the sailors and stuff. You know, it's not like everybody has their own hut. You're probably sleeping and have been in an area where a number of people just crash. And so it would probably be at some point. Let's see. Probably at a point where you're visiting out behind the rock where the place smells kind of like ammonia, because a lot of people go and visit the place behind the rock before they go to bed. Yeah, every so often somebody takes a bucket and goes out there and like splashes the rock, you know. But so you are there, and as you are turning to go back to the place to sleep, that being is standing, you know, in the shadow of the low trees of the area, and is speaking to you and says, Kunibert, of course I can help you.
Great.
Destroying more creatures, destroying more avatars and eidolons. Let's see here. Let's go to the rules for oaths for exactly the kinds of things that it could offer to you. Rules for oaths. Don't you want to hurt someone? Destroy something or somewhere? Don't you want to destroy more of those creatures of Emborion? Swear it. Now the trouble is, an oath has to be specific. You can't say, "Oh, I'll destroy creatures of Emborion." You have to say that one. So there has to be one. This one's
Point me to them.
Pardon me?
Point me to them.
Aha. And also, if you want to, isn't there anyone you miss that you could bring back? Oh, that's what they should have asked you. Just to stick it to you a little harder. You can bring them back, right? So it says, I cannot. You must act yourself. You must decide for yourself. I only want to help you with what you want. What will we destroy? Will we destroy her? Out
Let's
there
not
on
be
the
so
island?
destructive at once.
What's that?
Let's not be so destructive at once. Let's figure things out first.
Useless, it says. Marriages. Yeah. You can just see it. Fucking talk. I hate that guy. And finally to Eva. Hello again.
I think she's been reliving this so many times in her mind that it almost doesn't surprise her when it happens in reality instead of in her memories.
Right.
So it's kind of, okay, it's actually here.
Yeah. I knew you would come or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think I will.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
I think Eva will do what she always
Thing
does.
about demons. Yeah.
In her mind, which is to sing in a low voice the same song that she wrote.
Yeah.
One of the first songs kind of really
So you're just like the fuck off.
Yeah.
From the start.
Exactly.
Right.
And a song about, I think, something about kind of what humans are forging now. Some nice song about a home beneath the mountaintops. Something like that.
Okay.
But
something
that has
humans.
really. But like all of the aspects of what humans are doing there, kind of, and
That's actually very well chosen for one of the people who commented on the game back during its development. Said, this is not about. He said that you left out a color, brown. Reality is brown. It's all of them mixed together and it's messy and that's the Circle Knights have stepped away from it because of their gray magic. It's a little sad, but if they can hang on to what's just grubby and brown, then that's what you just did actually, literally. It's pretty cool. So what was I just looking up?
Oaths?
No, names. Just because I need names. Okay, given the social roles that have been made, I know exactly what group of people I'm going to be drawing from.
If we're going to play out the island part, which I would like, I think I need a little break before we do that.
Okay.
What is the time schedule for?
We're running toward the end of our schedule, but on the other hand, we can take a little break. It's fine.
Or do you intend to kind of just?
Well, I don't write, so I'm not going to. I don't create a sort of the climax kind of thing. I mean, it could have ended with the Lamassu if you had done something else first or whatever, but or who knows? Maybe you could have turned Helm around, right, with the right roles. I mean, there's all sorts of things that could have happened. Considering what is happening here, I don't see much more play. Especially considering with what the demon is doing.
Okay.
I actually think that we can actually do a fair time skip. I think that the operation onto the island is carried off without any kind of a hitch. No roles are involved for things that are just basic background skits. So, if a forester is going through a forest, there isn't a role. And so it's the same thing here. Given the sailor, low marshal, high marshal. You certainly do not have what you would think of as unified community support, but on the other hand, you don't have any organized opposition. You have really no problem getting enough people. Some of the people are sort of your guys, and some of them are kind of your guys, but the idea, that we are going to put an end to what has been making this place kind of fractured anyway is the plan. And let's see, so let me double check my themes here. And then,
Just a question.
yeah.
These circles, these
Yes.
stay.
Yes, they
Yes.
do. And not only that, they don't clear at the end of a venture. You get what the last person left you when you pick up that character. So, yeah. Just so you know, if you cast a number of spells, and you guys have cast very few compared to some circle situations I've played. But so let's say you have 3 white points and 4 black points. So with 2 uncommitted in the middle, and then you cast a 3-point white spell. So those 2 become white, and then one of the black ones becomes white. You see, so that's okay, right? And if you fill them all up, then you will get a gift of either Emborion or Vaja. So that's what you have already got. You have noted what your gift can do, right? And then also, you may gain what is called a mark when you get a gift. Too many marks, and you are definitely going to be overtaken. But marks can cancel out as well. So some circle knights will go all the way and get a full gift and a full gift, right, to balance sort of at a more extreme kind of balance. Other circle knights will just make sure that they cast enough white and black spells to offset ever getting a gift. I will also point out that when you pick up a circle knight to play, you are allowed to trade out the spells. There's a long spell list, and you are limited by your wits for the number of points, and also you must have at least 1 black and 1 white spell. But therefore, when you pick up a circle knight to play and say, I'm going to take this person, you can decide what the array of spells is. Because for the non-wizards, you're basically just getting trained in the spells that you want. For the wizards, because being a wizard is perfectly possible, and being a circle knight, you can cast any of the spells at will. You know them all. Which is a little dangerous, actually.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
The temptation.
Yeah. Well, and also the brawn expenditure.
Yeah.
If you rely heavily on spells, but I will point out that the wizards have no deficit in fighting. It's additional. The only difference is you used up one of your profession slots. So gentry only, well, anyway, there are rules for setting up the professions when you make a character, and one of them would be burned so you can be a wizard, but that's it. So yeah, it's like handing you all the rope you need. Okay, let's see here. So heading out to this island, you've got sort of the picture there. It's a little vague, but that's a pretty straightforward Baltic style island, really. And the equipment, like dock equipment or fishing stuff or whatever that's set up around there, has fallen into disrepair. The second you see it, the sailor, the second you see it, it's like somebody has not been taking care of this properly. Right? What do you think?
Yeah.
So.
Shame.
And so but the ability to either dock there or to, well, you see, it was obviously built at the best place on the island to get on there anyway. There are slightly less advantageous or less convenient places where boats could at least be able to be drawn up, but to actually to either beach or to be tied up properly, that's kind of the only decent place. It's not that big. There are not going to be that many great places to pull up a boat. So thoughts? Well, then again, I did say it's your backgrounds. You considering that you know that you're dealing with like a person, it's probably okay to take the boats where they would ordinarily go, rather than try to do some sort of marine style assault. So that's all I have to say about that for what your characters would perceive. But you can proceed as you want.
I'm looking to you to kind of.
Well, then just pull the boats close to shore and wherever we can get them close to land, and then do our best.
So they would actually have to be pulled up onto rocks to keep them from floating off.
Or maybe tie a rope to a tree.
Yeah. But let's see. That will take a little while to set up. There's a lot of scrambling on rocks, and it's not very convenient and all the rest of it. But some of you would know to send people up to keep guard over things, right?
I was about to say I get the perimeter.
Yeah, absolutely. And then from there, it's kind of a scrubby open plain with a couple of huts and things that were used for shelter when necessary. But there's not a whole lot. You know from our archipelago that sometimes they can be fairly heavily wooded. Here it's about medium. So it's not a tangled, thick wood that you can actually go into and walk around. As if you were in a forest, it's about halfway. Enough to be inconvenient and to break up some of the visibility, but that's about all. With a sort of dedicated sweep, you could probably, in a few hours, check out the whole area. So spearmen, bows, the bows of the culture are not long bows. They only have one curve. They are drawn not to the ear, they are drawn to the body. And they are fast, but they are not incredibly penetrating. The way you hunt anywhere is with a bow. Not modern bows, but with low-tech bows, is you're basically wounding the animal so then you can run it down. So that's kind of what they're good for. But even so, 10 or 20 of them pointed in your direction are no fun. So I would say, however, these people in this community are not really bowmen particularly, so there's only a few. And you are looking at that and saying that's not really a very effective barrage with 5 or 6 bows. It's not, that's not really how you do it.
No, this is shameful.
Yeah, they're getting used to you, so they kind of like, oh, there he goes again. Yeah. We don't really like the son of a bitch, but we sort of need them now. So at this point, the place looks kind of depressingly wretched and deserted. There's no horde of zombies waiting for you, or no demon hovering ahead, or anything of the kind.